Hello, and welcome to the next pod on the autonomic mind, a podcast for nurses. So I thank you, each and every one of you, my sisters, brothers, and others, for being here and listening. I really appreciate the people that have got in touch and given me their feedback. Really helps me feel very humble. Obviously, big tickets on myself, and I really appreciate those that have given their sent links to their colleagues for them to listen to my podcasts too. I really appreciate it. So if you hear something that you like today or in any other pod, I really appreciate you sending it on to others to help this get further. And remember, this is a non-nursing podcast. I've done one little nursing specific one, but what I want more to help you with, because the thing that will help you and take you the furthest in your nursing career or wherever you go with your nursing degree and all qualifications, is the stuff that's going to happen in your mind. It's not what's happening on the ward, it's what's happening in your mind. Now, today I want to talk specifically about something called money mindset. I have a free experience, money mindset experience, which is now available. So it's for 10 days. You'll get a video of me talking through a really specific and actionable step you can take to help shift your money mindset. Money is something that's funny in nursing. We often all talk about how we don't get paid enough. It is often reported how we don't get paid enough. A lot of people say it. I've had some people say to me, oh, I'd really love my daughter to be a nurse like you, but they just don't get paid enough. I mean, what a thing to say, to someone. I think they were trying to be polite, but what a jerk. So, and then we also have, then on the same token, we say we don't get paid enough. Then we have, those are the concept that nurses as martyrs and heroes, and then we're somewhat made to feel a little bit guilty when we start asking for money or more money, and then it's like we should be doing this for free. There is a real issue in nursing about us getting paid for the value that we bring to the wards. I don't like to talk about get paid what we're worth, because we as humans, as people, there is no figure on human life and what we are all worth. There is no money that is enough for each and every one of us, for the wonder that we each individually are. But the value we bring, we certainly deserve to be paid as such. Think about the years of study, the expertise, the unique stresses we come across. The value can be an issue. But what I want to talk about today is money mindset, specifically for nursing. I would love to see more nurses switch around their money mindset. Initially, I want people to consider and work upon sort of the attitude they have about money. Essentially, that's what a money mindset is. It's like an overriding attitude that you have about your finances and money in general. It really is what drives your financial decisions, every day. And then it can have a real impact on your ability to reach your goals, reach what you want to achieve. If you change your mindset about money, then you really are better able to make better choices in how to overcome obstacles between where you are today and where you want to be financially, and the challenges that come along with that. I think, when we're all growing up, we all have, we were all brought up with different money concepts in mind. So, you could have been taught first off the bat I can think of, everyone's told that money's dirty. Oh, don't put that in your mouth, money's dirty. And then there's also an element of, most people only make money in ill-gotten ways. So the richest people in the world is all ill-gotten. I want to help so many more nurses change this mindset of wealth and what is possible for us as nurses. there are too many nurses that are retiring with not enough super or having to work long past when they should be changing their life focus from their work into more of a retirement mindset that are just not able to because of money. If we start, all of us today, being thankful about what we have and what we can do with what we currently have, is when we get to that point, then we can start talk about where we can go up from there. So have a think about what is possible for what you're doing today. Do you have a set amount which you save every month? Do you even have any financial plan in place? Or are you literally, you're running out of money before your next pay comes in? I go through heaps of sort of this planning steps within the money mindset experience as well. So if you want real actionable steps on how to make these small changes and how to increase the money that you have available every day, or how to increase the feeling of how much money that you have every day. You aren't going to make $1 million by whinging about not having enough. You might not even want $1 million, but you know what I mean? You have to feel abundant and switch this mindset we have that we don't have enough because we have so much. And it's not really about the money, it's what money makes possible for each and every one of us. So when you start to look and say, this is how much money I've got, this is what is possible. Don't think this is what I'm missing out on. And if you have a goal for something you want, then are you breaking it down to save enough to get to that point? Are you bringing in things into your life every day which make you feel a little bit special? An abundant mindset is what is going to change probably the biggest. Then when you're feeling already, when you sort of raise that vibration that they talk about, it can seem a bit woo-woo, but I've been there, I've done all this work, and it literally just works. When you feel happy with what you've got, when you are allocating what you have towards dreams, instead of just saying, I don't have enough, when you're saying, I have enough to do this, then you feel like you have so much, and then more will come. There are, of course, actionable steps that you can take to, investing, increasing what you already have. But I don't really want to get into that at this specific moment. I just want everyone to feel abundant. One of I'm going to give you a couple of tips I find it's really helpful. These are not included in the money experience, but it's this cut emotional spending. So, you're trawling through, whatever, ASOS, Iconic, wherever you're shopping. You're like, oh, I like that. And then you put it in your saved. And then after you have a rotten shift, you're just lying there and you're like, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to make myself feel better. I mean, it's really not. If it's something that you really want and you've been saving towards, perhaps, but stop this just off the cuff buying. We need less, not more. We're trying to be happy with what we have now, and then you build up from that. But if you're not happy now and you think more material possessions are going to make it easier, then honey, I beg you to reconsider. Another money sort of block issue is, so you could be someone that spends too much, like my emotional spenders, or you could be someone that doesn't spend enough with that. Oh, I'll never be able to afford that. I mean, try and add, I can save up, I can work towards that. The way you talk about money is likely how sort of you've been raised or heard other people talking. So if there's something you want, don't continuously say, I can't afford it. Just work out a plan for you to get there and save it. I'm telling you, it won't be as hard as you think it is. For example, I really, really want this jacket. It's like a fluffy vest. I'm going to put it in the show notes. It's by a company called Sports Luxe. I really want it. It's about $700. I could say, I really want it. I'm never going to get it. But you know what? I'm going to allocate a certain amount from all of my pays, and then in a month or two, that jacket's mine, and it's money that I perhaps would have just spent frivolously elsewhere, or I'm going to use it from my allocation I have towards my spending. So I divide up my pay, into bills, have to pays, and then my spendings, because there's no point having nothing and not feeling abundant and luxurious. I'm doing the best with what I have, which is so much. And I lead a very great life and I'm very fortunate, but I've made it very specific that I allocate a certain amount for me to spend on myself. So I feel very lucky and special. So I'm going to use that money. There's always ways around it. It's not just, oh, I could never afford that. As I've said, I'm not a financial planner. And I don't know everything or that much about finance or money at all, but I know that some of the money mindset work I've done in my business coaching that I do has been spectacularly helpful. And I would like to pass this on to my nursing sisters, brothers, and others. So if any of this has resonated with you, I encourage you, if you hit the show notes, you can sign up. It's completely free. It's just something I'm doing a little, as I think it would be really helpful for a lot of people. But what you can do now is start adjusting your mindset toward abundance, not scarcity. What is possible with what you have? Don't start thinking it's not possible for what I want. That's not the question I'm going to leave you with today. What I'm going to ask you for today is, what is possible with what you have? How can you make yourself feel like you have an abundance? How can you make this possible? If you want any more guidance, I encourage you. I extend an invitation to join my Money Mindset experience, or you can work closely with me one-on-one within my academy, which is opening its doors very soon as well. You always have options, so don't feel like you don't. I'm here for you. I love your work. You are very abundant, and I hope you see that too. Love your work.